Character clash. Ready?
Round 1.
Physical skills.
Wow, our sharp-suited villain has an average physique. But for someone who spends more time in terrorist Zoom meetings than in the gym, he's not too shabby. Having military training gives him a slightly superior physical advantage than decent. He trains more in emotional manipulation than in a gym. His agility was shown when dodging bullets and taking on McClane briefly. He may not lift sleds, but he sure can handle a gun with lethal precision. Although, let's face it, his biggest workout is lifting the briefcase full of money. While he'd probably break a nail in a hand-to-hand fight, his prowess with a gun makes up for his lack of muscles. At least he can run through Nakatomi Plaza without getting out of breath. Holy Whoville. The Grinch combines a lean frame with surprising strength. He's a green machine of superhuman strength, dwarfing HANS, able to lift sleighs loaded with presents and pull a sleigh overflowing with stolen gifts without breaking a sweat. His heart may be 2 sizes too small, but his biceps more than make up for it. Mind you, his exercise endurance is inversely proportional to his hatred of Christmas. Speaking of his heart, he can also grow 3 sizes in an instant, which probably gives him a unique cardiovascular advantage. However, his garbage-eating metabolism can fail him in a prolonged confrontation. He's strong, but a bit puny. Who needs a gym when you can steal Christmas?
Round 2.
Combat skills.
An expert in terrorist tactics, HANS knows how to plan and execute like a Swiss watch, but in hand-to-hand combat, not so much. A master of deception and planning, HANS is a brilliant strategist. His ability to infiltrate Nakatomi Plaza is a case in point, and holding employees hostage demonstrates his skill in stealth and manipulation. While he is not a hand-to-hand fighter, his aim with firearms is impeccable. His heart may not be 2 sizes too big, but he may be 2 underwear sizes too big. But his ability to plan and execute attacks is impeccable. His greatest weakness, underestimating barefoot police officers in dirty t-shirts. While he managed to intimidate John McClane with sheer charisma, his current physical ability is like Wi-Fi in the 80s, weak and unreliable. The Grinch's stealth is legendary for a green, furry creature. His ability to sneak into houses and steal presents from Whoville undetected is commendable. In direct combat, his superhuman strength gives him the edge, but he lacks formal training. In hand-to-hand combat, his superhuman strength is an advantage, but his overgrown heart could be an easy target. In direct combat, he'll likely use his sharp tongue to insult his opponent to the point of desperation. But if things get ugly, his style is more running than fighting. As a desperate weapon, the ability to make grimaces so terrifying that they could paralyze any opponent. Mind you, a well-sung Christmas carol could completely disarm him.
Round 3.
Survival skills.
Gruber survived years of European terrorism, which certainly gave him survival skills. His ability to adapt to unforeseen situations is remarkable, although his master plan was foiled by a barefoot policeman. His ability to plan meticulously could help him in survival situations, but his reliance on technology and luxury could be his downfall. He would probably starve to death before eating anything other than caviar. His 3-piece Armani suit is not exactly the ideal outfit for survival in the wild. His ability to negotiate and manipulate could keep him alive longer than expected. At least he proved that he can survive a 30-story fall by a few seconds. The Grinch has lived in isolation on Mount Crumpit for years, braving extreme conditions and surviving through ingenuity and determination. His ability to adapt to harsh environments gives him a significant advantage in terms of survival. His ability to create inventions out of trash makes him the Green MacGyver of Whoville. This green grump has survived a diet of literal garbage and extreme social isolation, by choice, of course. Plus, his ability to come up with ridiculously complex plans gives him a serious advantage. He can survive on a diet of roast beast, his biggest survival challenge, resisting the temptation to join in the Who's holiday celebrations.
Round 4.
Unprepared.
Without a plan, Hans is basically a well-dressed German with a gun and could find himself in a bind. However, his quick thinking and ability to improvise could give him an advantage. He would probably try to trick the Grinch by posing as Santa Claus. His secret weapon, quoting Plutarch in German to confuse his green opponent. If they go up against each other unprepared, his quick wit and skill with weapons give him an advantage. But without his minions and technology, he could end up as a Christmas decoration on the Grinch's tree. His charisma might confuse the Grinch for a few minutes, but in a real fight it probably wouldn't last long. The Grinch, accustomed to acting on impulse, might have the advantage in an unprepared encounter. His brute strength and unpredictability would be difficult for Hans to handle. Plus, his ability to make strange noises and grotesque faces could unsettle the refined German. His biggest disadvantage, getting distracted by any shiny or Christmassy object in the environment. Plus, his newly enlarged heart might give him extra motivation. Who knew Christmas spirit could be a lethal weapon? Though disorganized, the Grinch has a surprising ability to improvise. With his natural strength and cunning, he could outmaneuver Hans before Hans can say, "Yippee-ki-yay."
Round 5.
With preparation.
Given time to plan, Hans becomes deadly. Given time to prepare, Hans would be a formidable opponent. His ability to devise complex strategies and his military training would allow him to take on the Grinch with a significant advantage. It would likely involve explosives, security codes, who's hostages, and a dramatic final speech and some sort of Christmas trap. His master plan: convince the Grinch that Christmas has been permanently canceled. The Grinch, with his creativity in creating gadgets, could prepare a series of traps worthy of Home Alone. With his creative genius, such as trying to steal all of Hans' shoes so that he could not walk comfortably, and he would design an absurd but effective device to sabotage Hans. Although his approach would be less violent and more comical, it should not be underestimated. Precisely his creativity in creating absurd gadgets would give him a significant advantage. He could turn a large part of a city into a giant trap, making even the smallest Christmas decoration a potential threat.
Round 6.
General data.
Hans Gruber. Physical skills 5. Combat skills 6. Survival skills 6. Unprepared 5. With preparation 8. Total 30. The Grinch. Physical skills 7. Combat skills 6. Survival skills 8. Unprepared 7. With preparation 7. Total 35.
Final round.
Conclusion.
The Grinch would emerge victorious in this holiday crime showdown. His unique combination of superhuman strength, boundless creativity, and resilience to the festivities gives him a slight edge over the meticulous Hans Gruber. While Gruber relies heavily on technology and elaborate plans, the Grinch has proven time and time again his ability to adapt and overcome seemingly impossible obstacles. His expertise in robbing an entire city in one night surpasses even Gruber's ambitious heist of Nakatomi Plaza. Plus, the Grinch's newly enlarged heart might just give him that extra boost of determination that Gruber, with his normal-sized and probably cold heart, can't match. In the end, it seems that the Christmas spirit, or lack thereof, triumphs over organized crime. Maybe Christmas means a little more. In this case, it means victory over a German terrorist with exquisite taste in suits. While Hans is concerned with keeping his suit clean, The Grinch has no problem getting his hands or fur dirty. As the Grinch would say, maybe Christmas doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas means a little more, especially when it involves defeating a German burglar with exquisite taste in suits versus a green guy in a loincloth.
Woo!
Do you agree with the result? And if not, tell me why. If you like this video, please subscribe, like and share.